I'm Cherry and Lagno, and I am the reporter of climate change. The objectives at the end of the lesson, the student should be able to identify the cause of climate change. Second, understand the effects of climate change on the society and illustrate how the community helps in mitigating the hazard caused by the climate change. Introduction. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, a United Nations that evaluates climate change. Science released its report on global climate change. The report's important conclusion were the following: world climate change has changed significantly over the past century. The significant change has human influence using climate models, and if the trends continues, the global mean surface temperature will increase between 1 degree Celsius and 3.5 degrees Celsius by 2100. So, what is climate change? A climate change is a change in the usual weather found in a place. This could be a change in how much rain a place usually gets in a year, or it could be a change in a place usual temperature for a month or a season. Climate change is also change in earth climate. This could be a change in earth usual temperature. It could be a change in where rain landed. So climate change refers to statistically significant changes in climate for continuous period of time. Like karon, ulan. Then tawkod na, perti na sang inita. Or perti na sang inita, pero kusog na sa tagulan. So it refers to the it depend to the period of time kung kanus ang ulan or kanus asya mo init og ulan, no? And climate change, there are causes of climate change. First is volcanic eruption. This volcanic eruption are one of the natural causes of climate change. When volcanoes erupt, it emits different natural aerosol. The main effects of volcanoes have on the climate is the main effect of volcanoes have on the climate short-term of cooling. Volcanic eruption pump out clouds of dust and ash which black out from sunlight or some sunlight. Volcanic eruption pump out clouds of dust and ash, which block out some sunlight because the ash particles are relatively heavy. They fall to the ground within about 3 months. They fall, so their cooling effect is very short-lived. But volcanic debris also includes sulfur dioxide. This gas combines with water vapor, and dust in the atmosphere to form sulfate aerosol, which reflects sunlight away from the sun, or away from the Earth's surface rather. These aerosols are lighter than ash particles and can remain in the atmosphere. Milankovitch cycle. So first is eccentricity. Eccentricity, meaning na niya, Earth encounters more variation in the energy that it receives from the sun when Earth orbit is elongated than it does when Earth orbit is more circular. Then tilt. The tilt of Earth axis varies between 22.2 degree and 24.5 degree. So the greater the tilt angle is, the more solar energy the poles receive. Third, precession, a gradual change or wobble in the orientations of Earth axis. affects the relationship between earth tilt and eccentricity. Next, the carbon dioxide theory. Carbon dioxide is added when power and heat are produced by burning coal, oil, and other fossil fuels. Carbon dioxide is transparent to sunshine but not invisible to infrared radiation leaving the ground. Carbon dioxide absorbs parts of infrared radiation in the air and returns into the ground, keeping the air near the surface warmer than it will be if the carbon dioxide did not act like a blanket, doubling the carbon dioxide raises the temperature to 2 degree Celsius to 3 degrees Celsius. The carbon dioxide theory states that as the amount of carbon dioxide increases, the atmosphere becomes opaque over a larger frequency interval. The outgoing radiation is trapped more effectively near the Earth's surface and the temperature rises. Next, human activities. So, human activities contribute to climate change. The largest known contribution comes from the burning from fossil fuels, which release carbon dioxide gas to the atmosphere. Greenhouse gases and aerosols affect climate by altering incoming solar radiation and outgoing infrared thermal radiation that are parts of energy balance. Konsepto ng greenhouse effect is ang Earth ay tumatanggap ng init init mula sa araw sa pamamagitan ng infrared radiation. But the small radiation ay bumabalik sa outer space. Pero ang uban kay nagpundura sa ato ang planet. So, muna perting inita kayo. Tungod sa greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide. Ang carbon dioxide at methane ay sila ay nagkukulong ng init, nagkukulong galing sa araw. So, four principal greenhouse gases is carbon dioxide, CO2, methane, CH4, the nitrous oxide, N2O, and fluorinated gases. So, human activities, carbon dioxide, CO2, carbon dioxide enters the atmosphere through burning fossil fuels, coal, natural gas, and oil. Solid waste trees, and wood products, certain chemical reactions, manufacturing cement, and can also generate carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is removed from the atmosphere when it is absorbed by plants of part of biological carbon. So carbon dioxide mosulod ra sa kanginan pinagi sa pagsunog, langis, natural gas. So, ang mga basura, solidong mga basura, nga kahoy, o mga produktong kahoy. So, ang mga piho, nga mga reactions sa chemical, pananglitan, ang paghimo og semento, mahimo sa makamugna og carbon dioxide. So, second is methane. So, methane is emit during the production and transfer of coal, natural gas, and oil. Methane emission also result from livestock and other agricultural activity by the decay of organic waste in municipal solid waste landfill. So, ang methane ipagawa sa panahon sa paggama. So, nagdala siya og mo na siya oil, coal, gas. So, natural gas and to siya mga lana. So, methane resulta siya usab sa kahayupan ug ubang pangkalihukan sa agriculture o sa pagkadunot og organikong basura sa mga landfill, mimo sad siyang methane, organic waste in of solid landfills. So, epekto dyan sa mga tao sa ding methane. Next kay nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide is produced naturally in soil and thus emit during agriculture practice, industrial source, as well as burning fossil fuels in internal combustion engines produce nitrous oxide. Ang nitrous oxide mo ni siya ang mga natural nga gimo sa yuta or dayon gipagawas pinaagi sa mga agriculture. Then, next is fluorinated gases. So, hydrofluorocarbons, perfluorocarbons, and sulfur hexafluoride are synthetic, powerful greenhouse gases that result from a variety industrial process. These gases are typically emit in smaller quantities than the gases above, but have a high global warming potential because they trap and hold more radiant heat than the other greenhouses. So greenhouse gases, any gas that has the property of absorbing infrared radiation, not heat energy, only emit from Earth surface and radiating it back to Earth surface, thus contributing to greenhouse effect. Carbon dioxide, methane, and water vapor are the most important greenhouse gases. What are the source of human greenhouse gas emission? So other economic sectors that generated a significant portion of greenhouse gas emission in the United States in 2014 include transportation, 36% and industry, 21%. Emission from transportation primarily comes from burning fossil fuels in cars, trucks, ships, trains, and planes. Emissions from industry primarily comes from burning fossil fuels for energy, as well as from certain chemical reaction necessary to produce goods from raw materials. Commercial and residential properties, business and homes generated 12% of emission, and agriculture generate 9% of US emission in 2014. So hinungdan sa greenhouse gas kay kato na siyang mga aso gikan sa truck, car, train, airplane, mo na siya ay naka-apekto sa greenhouse gas. So, human activities, so ang mga tao nga nagabuhat o nagaliho, mga tao nga na car na ay something nga maka-affected sa climate change or affected sa earth, muna siya ang moy makahinungdan sa mas daghan pa yung panghitabo sa kalibutan kay tungod sa mga tao nga nagalihok everyday nga nagalihok sa ilahang everyday life aron sa paglakaw, sa pagsakay, every aso nga ilahang gipagawas affected na sa mga tao. So not only affected sa ilaha sa earth or sa climate change rather, mahimo sad siyang sakit sa mga tao. Mahimo siyang naisakit nga mga diseases, mga or uban pang mga sakit-sakit sa mga tao karon. Next, ozone layer as they attack and destroy ozone molecules. So the ozone layer is a high-level layer of gas in the stratosphere. The ozone helps to keep out harmful ultraviolet rays that cause sunburn to human skin and damage to plant. So greenhouse gas or ozone is another greenhouse gas. Usapot siya. That is continually produced and destroyed in the atmosphere or by chemical reaction or in the troposphere. Human activities have increased ozone through the release of gases such as carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons, and nitrogen oxide, so which chemically react to produce ozone. Next kay halocarbons. So are best known as destroyer of ozone. However, many are also powerful greenhouse gases. So halocarbon comprise a wide range of gases. They are compounds that only contain carbon and one or more halogens such as fluorine, chlorine, and bromine. Halocarbons are mostly man-made chemicals and have been used in a range of applications over the past century, including as solvents, firefighting agents, and refrigerants. So, halocarbons, it is most abundant important greenhouse gas in the atmosphere. So, water is the best important greenhouse gas in the atmosphere. So, human activities, they are only small direct influence on the amount atmospheric water vapor. So, indirect humans have the potential to affect with vapor. Halocarbons, those fossil fuels and biomass burning have increased aerosol containing sulfur compounds and organic compounds. So, human activities such as surface mining and industrial process have increased dust in the atmosphere. So, halocarbons are destroyer of ozone. However, many are also powerful greenhouse gases. So, destroyer ang halocarbons. Next is effect of climate change. Remember, climate change is could cause severe effects to all life forms around our planet. It direct affects the basic elements of people's lives like water, food, health, as use of land, and the environment. Climate change will climate change will increase worldwide deaths from malnutrition and heat stress. Vector-borne disease such as malaria, dengue, fever will become more widespread if effective control measures are not in place. The ecosystem will be particularly vulnerable to climate change, with one study estimating around 50 to 40% spaces face extension with 2 degrees Celsius of warming. So, climate effects of climate change, tagal kayo. Also na nakaroon ang climate change, no? Nasagaran sa mga tao karon, kinahanglan jud kayo ang water, food, health, no, environment. One of cause sa ang environment kay sa mga tao karon, ang environment grabe ka ilang pagsunog, magsunog na lang og mga plastics. So one sad sa cause sa climate change. And next kay most sad siya ay naka-heat stress or some sa mga bata kay malnutrition na gyud siya. No, kay sagad sa mga bata karon daot ang kaayo, kuwang jud sa health, kuwangan jud ang ilahang nutrition sa bisan asa nga lugar, no? Na jud na ang mga bata nga needed jud sila sa malnutrition o dagan sa mga bata ron nga nanginahanglan og nangamatay tungod anang malnutrition, no? Usa pod siya ana nagkadaghan sa kalibutan ang deaths from malnutrition and heat stress. So summary, climate change is a worldwide issue that we have to face climate. Climate change is referred as statistically significant climate variation persisting for an extended time. The continuous climate change could bring drastic effects of living and non-living forms on Earth. So climate brought by severe factors like natural processes and persistent human activities. Global warming is one of the major effects of climate change. Global warming threatens and all life forms on Earth. It has drastic effects on water availability, food source, health issues, land use, and ecosystems. So remember, climate change Climate change is ang climate change ay mga pagbabago sa panahon dahil sa pagtaas ng mga greenhouse gases na nagpapainit sa mundo at nagdudulot ito ng mga sakuna kagaya ng heat wave, baha at tagtuyot sa maaring magdulot ng pagkasakit o pagkamatay. Kapag tumaas ang temperatura ng mundo, dadami ang sakit kagaya ng dengue, diarrhea, malnutrition at iba pa. So, sanhi ng mga climate change. Ayon sa pag-aaral, ang dalawang sanhi ng climate change ay ang natural na pagbabago ng klima. Ang buong mundo, nitong mga nagdaang matagal na panahon, ito ay sama-samang epekto ng enerhiya mula sa araw, sa pag-ikot ng mundo at sa init ng nagmula sa ilalim ng lupa na nagpataas ng temperatura o init sa hangin na bumabalot sa mundo. Mga gawain ng tao na nagbubunga ng pagdami pagtaas ng carbon dioxide at iba pang greenhouse gases. So, ang nagkukulong ng init sa mundo ay mga pagbuga ng carbon dioxide ng mga sasakyang gumagamit ng gasolina, pagputol ng mga puno na siyang sanang mag-aalis ng carbon dioxide sa hangin, at pagkabulok ng mga bagay ng organic na nagbubunga ng methane or isa pang uri ay ilan sa mga dahilan ng climate change. So, ang epekto, ang kalusugan ng climate change ay dala ng pagtaas ng bilang ng kaso ng sikat na dala ng tubig o pagkain tulad ng cholera at iba pang sakit na may pagtatae. So climate change, it's change an issue today. No, issue juga ng climate change. So let's prevent climate change para sa tuang kayuhan rasad sa tuang kaugalingon ug sa ubang pang mga bata, ubang pang tao nga That's all. Thank you.